Welcome to Who Gives a Shit, the podcast that asks the most important question.
Who gives a shit?
It's CJ, man. How's your week going?
My week has been better. You know, my foot's getting a lot better. And I don't have a car, so I haven't been doing much other than making people butt mad about Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yeah, that's been a fun little topic of conversation lately.
Oh, yeah, it's a great way to pass the time. I basically just said that he had no reason to be there, and the riot would have played out the same way if he was sitting at home watching it on TV, except for he wouldn't be tried in court for wanting to play vigilante, which I get why you would want to be a hero and all that, but it really doesn't make sense because all the buildings are insured anyway. So why are you fucking your life up for some local business that probably doesn't give a shit about you? I don't know. But
yeah, that is a fucking Trump's game. On the flip side, though, old buddy had a legal right to be there and not get chased down by some manlet pedophile.
Absolutely, yeah.
So really, I look at this whole case as a no-fault situation. I don't think anybody should get in trouble for it. I don't think that the guy that got his arm shot up should really be charged either for being a fucking moron and coming to a protest with a gun, just like I don't think Kyle Rittenhouse should get brought up on charges for being a moron and bringing a gun to a protest, and also just flashing this thing around.
Well,
he had a right to do it, but that doesn't mean it's a smart
for
thing to
the
do.
episode, Adam. I believe that he's going to go to jail, and I simply believe that because name me a time where 7 women walked into a room and they made a correct decision.
I don't think so. Like, if they follow the law and how it's written, it was clearly self-defense. Because he really was running out of options as far as things, are concerned. I've kind of been sitting where Kyle Rittenhouse has been, having been in a trial, having shot someone. And it's nerve-wracking, dude, because you know that your life is on the line. So I've kind of been paying attention, I suppose, for reasons I can't exactly quite figure out. Because, it's not like I'm ever allowed to own a firearm again, so I'm not going to be in a situation like this. I'm just curious to see.
I hope you didn't cry on the stand.
I just want to see if they want to actually hold up the law or not.
I hope you didn't cry on the stand, buddy.
No, I didn't cry on the stand. Actually, I kind of gave the judge a little bit of sass, and it ended up costing me extra time.
Well, that's the way to do it.
Actually, if I'd learned to shut the fuck up, I could have actually put all this shit behind me by now. But I'm kind of a moron, so yeah,
Well, if we weren't both morons, we wouldn't have a good podcast. You gotta look at it that way.
Well, thankfully, I didn't take the stand, even though I'm fucking retarded. I didn't do that. I knew that was a bad idea. I was told under no circumstances was this a good idea by my lawyer, and you know what? I believed the guy.
Well, I don't know why they had him take the stand, but I will say in favor of him, even though I have money riding against him. I will say in favor of the kid. The defense had butchered the case very badly because instead of saying, why did this idiot think he's Superman, they're going for he's a racist, he's a Nazi angle. And that's really overplayed in today's media, so I don't think anybody's going to fall for that. So
I don't think their case is all that strong. Now, granted, I still have no idea what's going to happen, but I have been watching the case, and I mean, the prosecution just seems like a bunch of scumballs and sleazebags. I mean, they are lawyers. But, I mean, the facts of the case just look to be all right on Kyle's side, at least as far as I've seen for other people's reporting on it. People in general say that they can understand why he's going to get self-defense. And like even the real ridiculous people that I see might argue whether or not that should be the law or not, but are like, yeah, he's probably going to get away with this. So I don't even think it's going to be that big a deal if he walks, which he should.
Well, this is one bet that I hope I lose. I don't want the kid to go to jail. I just think it's going to happen. And if it does...
Yeah, that'd be some hoe shit.
Yeah, if it does, I'll be $400 richer. But...
even if they do get him with something, it's not going to be murder, man. It's going to be something else. And I don't think it would be all that much time if they did manage to tag him somehow. That would suck, because really the dude should walk. But... I don't know, man. Like, every once in a while, it's let a motherfucker make it day, and then he'd be like, whoa, I fucking made it. And the dude actually might have something that kind of resembles a normal life or something. If I was him, I'd, like, join the Air Force or something, because you could be quite the celebrity. They're like, oh shit, someone in the Air Force that actually has a confirmed kill count.
Well, either way, this guy's gonna get mad pussy, because I'm sure you know that bitches love convicts.
No, man. According to the prosecution, he was hanging out with the Proud Boys, and that is some pussy repellent right there, man.
Yeah, but
he
once
can get all the
you
mad
shoot
pussy
a man,
that he wants.
Once you shoot a man, you no longer in the Proud Boys. You shot a guy. That'll get him pussy for the rest of his life.
That's ridiculous.
No,
I don't know. Shooting someone never got me any pussy. I'll tell you that. Although, I don't know. I feel weird trying to play that angle. Although mine was nowhere near as politicized.
You should play up that angle.
I don't think I could, man. I'd feel weird doing it. Ugh. But fuck.
Well, we got a show. I can't rant the whole time.
Yeah, we got some shit. We got some combo breakers. We really kind of dug back and are taking the double tap at some of these stories that have been floating around for a little while. Little specters coming up from the past that are worth taking another look at, because there's some funny shit that's happening. So, CJ, man, hit us. Oh, okay. So here is a pretty good one. All right, guess the outlet. South Carolina Republican introduces bill to decriminalize marijuana at federal level. Who do you think wrote that?
Oh, I'm going to go with, it's probably conservative. I'm going to go with Fox News.
NBC.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, NBC. So a lot of these news outlets are starting to sound the same all around as far as they're talking about cannabis. And, based Republicans actually might kind of have my ear a little bit on this one.
Based.
Because they just want to, right now, decriminalize weed and set a federal tax at 3% and let the states do their own thing. That's the bill. And that doesn't sound that bad.
No, that sounds pretty good. And if marijuana becomes legal everywhere, then I can probably make a push for smoking nicotine back inside again. That is what I'm about. That's my cause.
So, the reason I bring this in is there was recently a big blip in marijuana stocks, and I track this fairly close on account that I got money writing on this. Now, I don't want decriminalization. I want full legalization. That's what one of my investments is really banking on. But this would be a really big milestone to make it happen. And it might create an exit point, because I could see there being a green rush if that actually looks like there's legislation that's going to be passing. People are going to be rushing into the weed market, trying to buy up, footprint, just to try to see who can be the next Anheuser-Busch coming out of weed prohibition. So it's, there's a lot of money on the line. And when there's a lot of money, the Supreme Court established that money is speech. So weed talks, dude.
That's true. Seth Rogen is shitting his pants right now, though, because if weed is legalized, then his next 4 movies don't make sense. How is he gonna have a movie if you don't go to jail for weed? That's his whole bit, man.
He's going to have to adjust with the times and just try to buy weed and not pay taxes on it. And that ends up being a whole fucking hubbumarole to try to save $40 on like a couple of weeks worth of pot. He'll be like, thanks. This is some prime comedy, Seth Rogen.
So what is the...
Really
I already
knocking it
know
out the park.
I already know that Big Pharma is against this, right? But what's the real argument here? Are they still trying to say that marijuana causes murder and crime and shit? What's
the Overton window is shifting on this quite a bit, mainly because of the weed lobby. Like, the joke is that, weed talks because money is speech, but it's kind of true because there's more and more money getting pumped into this industry every day, and other industries want... I really knew the tables were turning when Amazon said they were going to start lobbying to get weed legalized. I was like, oh, shit. That's kind of a big deal. So...
we better be able to have a setting on Alexa where you can make her high. Alexa better have a stoner setting by next year. I'm not going to get one.
Well, apparently Amazon was having a really terrible recidivism rate, and they were really having difficulty not being, keeping enough people employed and able to pass a drug test. So they would really like it if people were able to smoke weed and still work at Amazon. Because it's not like the work is hard, it's just grueling and shitty, and I guess whenever you're high, it makes working at Amazon not seem so terrible.
Yeah, and it might mute out the shock collar that they put on you during your shift, too. So
yeah, it might make it so that your inhibitions are lowered a little bit, so you don't feel quite as embarrassed as you pee in a bottle from driving trucks around all day and not being able to stop, or else get fucking zapped in your dick by the fucking probe that Amazon installed inside of you. So,
whoa, man, this shit feels good. I don't even want to get up or unionize or anything.
Yeah, no shit. So, I'm more optimistic about the weed thing every day because it just seems like old people are getting on board, and when old people tend to support some shit for whatever reason, it feels like the public opinion is swayed. So now that old people are in enough pain where they just want to get high all the time, well, I got money on the line, man. So I wanted to fucking legalize this shit. It would make my fucking day.
Listen, if you're a fan of this podcast, or if you hate the podcast and you hate listening to us, at least lobby for legal weed so Adam can get his weed money and ball out.
Oh, dude, it would be amazing. It would be amazing. I would definitely act a lot more of an ass around work because I'd be, I would definitely be in a situation where I'd be able to look at everyone and be like, I don't need to work here. I just kind of do because I like it, just so you know. I'm just, and that would be fucking bitching, dude.
Well, I'm happy for you, man.
Well, if they legalize weed like that and it goes where I think it could go, yeah. I put enough skin in the game where if it moons like certain other stocks have, yeah, I'd definitely be sitting on a fucking fat nest egg. And it would definitely give me a lot of breathing room where if I wanted to, I could take a hell of a sabbatical and it really wouldn't hurt me that bad. But,
yeah, man.
But, yeah, so... that's really all I gotta say about, checking in with this weed situation. It's nice to see Republicans jumping on board and actually proposing something that seems somewhat reasonable, and having the left say dumb shit where they're like, well, it doesn't address the oppressed minorities where the drug war disproportionately affected and blah, blah, blah. They're just like, hold up. How about we just stop doing bullshit right now? Can we agree on that? That's a really good way to actually get policy pushed and have the opposition be on the back foot because they look ridiculous not supporting it otherwise.
Well, if it's decriminalized, wouldn't all the sentences just be muted?
It would only be like 2,800 federal crimes of like nonviolent weed offenses. So that's hardly anything. It wouldn't do it for every state, but it would do the Fed shit. And it would also open up interstate like trade amongst this type of shit. So it would keep weed in a gray zone as far as the legality of it is concerned. It'd still be kind of hard to make money, and there's still like banking issues that need to be concerned. It would be a half step for sure. But if this passed, it might actually cause a green rush when, based on some of my investments, I might be able to like half dip where I pull some of my shit out a little early and actually am able to have a decent amount of fun money, because now that I got my fast car back, I already got the bug to want to go faster. I'm just being optimistic here.
Well, I hope you can live out American graffiti, Adam, and I hope all the weed stocks go to the moon.
It would be amazing, dude. Be living my best life if that was the case. But let's stop talking about weed stocks, man. What do you got for us this week?
I'm not going to do guess the outlet for this one because it's a local paper, so you're probably never going to get it. But you're going to be very excited by this headline, Adam, as a Texan. I'm sure you can't wait for this. Beto O'Rourke announces his plan to run for governor.
Oh, this fucking guy. So,
what do you think about that, Adam?
Beto is, dude, he's a little bit too molestery for me, dude. Like, he seems like the youth counselor that touches kids just a little bit too inappropriately in front of everyone.
I agree with the youth counselor, but I see him, you know that Steve Buscemi meme, the Hey Fellow Kids?
Oh, fuck, yes.
Think of that meme, but a human being. That's Beto O'Rourke. I don't think he touches kids.
Dude, he's got like the Napoleon Dynamite front teeth, and it's like he's trying to be cool with whatever the fuck the people that have colored hair are doing. There's a lot of things that are wrong with this guy, and he said a lot of really ignorant shit about firearms, especially, that really make me cringe, man. Like when he was on the debate stage going like, hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15s and your AK-47s.
What about when he tried to speak Spanish and he got it wrong? It sounded like fucking Peggy Hill the whole time.
Yeah, Beto O'Rourke is like, he is Irish as fuck, and like, I think his extent of speaking Spanish is like hanging around a McDonald's in El Paso. Yeah, it is pretty fucking cringy to try to get the Hispanic vote like that. Yeah, fuck this
man. I don't.
Yeah, this dude's a fucking tool, man. Like, I don't know what to say about this guy other than yes, he's a fucking tool, and he's an embarrassment to the state because he's just oh man. Like, he's not progressive enough to even stand for anything, really. He's got a ton of terrible takes that just don't fly in Texas, so he's not even an effective politician. He hasn't won anything. His only claim to fame right now is that he has been effective enough and polled good enough to pull funds away from other people, from other races. That's about it.
Adam, I have a counterpoint, and this is directly from Beto's campaign.
Oh.
He can kind of ride skateboards, and he was in a shitty punk rock band.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Who fucking cares, man?
I care. You know why? This is good for comedy.
Why?
This is like Joe Biden.
This isn't funny,
good for
dude.
Comedy.
This isn't funny, though. Like, I don't know why is this funny? Like, there's part of me that almost thinks how I could see it actually being funny, but it just seems a couple steps too cringe, where it's just tragic. Like, that maybe if I look back upon this in like 3 or 4 more years, maybe then I'll finally think it's funny because of just, you know, maybe whenever it finally comes out, like how much of a pedophile Beto is, then we can finally find all this shit really funny.
Adam, that famous wife killer, Patton Oswalt, once said that tragedy plus time equals comedy. And that's exactly what this is.
There hasn't been enough time, dude. This shit isn't funny. Like it must be the Texas thing, dude. It has to, because a lot of other people have laughed at how tragically unfortunate this fucking human being is, and I just can't quite get there.
I know I am. This guy is my Christian, dude. I can watch him on the news and laugh at him all day. He's not even like, he's so cringe that he
This dude looks like if Napoleon Dynamite was like went to Sunday school his entire life. Like, there's just he's so fucking milquetoast and shitty, and like obviously not cool about anything. Like anything that might even have a modicum of fun, this dude is against it. You can kind of tell.
Well, imagine being so uncool that Bernie Sanders trumps you in popularity.
Bernie Sanders is kind of cool as far as a politician is concerned. He really does the edgy thing and not just lie to your face all the time. At least you can give Bernie that.
Yeah, I do like Senator Larry David for just how he carried himself, but
yeah, at least you know where he stands. He's just too old to like beat around the bush and give you some bullshit. He'll just be like, "Yes, I'm a socialist and I want everyone to have free dinches." And I can't.
He doesn't really stand. He's got terrible posture. It's more like crouch, like Gollum.
Mr. Burns is over the microphone and you know, steeples his hands and goes, yes, we are going to pay for it by taxing the billionaires and getting everyone a living wage. I mean, at least he hits his talking points and he tries to stick to it. So really, I don't have a problem with Bernie Sanders, man. Now, Beto is a piece of shit. Because also this dude takes like a whole bunch of lobbying money and does the same scummy bullshit where like does those like $6,000 plate like lobby dinners for like high rollers and shit, real scumbag stuff. So he's still just a piece of shit politician like anyone else. He's just got a special layer of cringe.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for, Adam. I'm here for the cringe. I'm eating it up like a Sunday, man. You might get some periodic updates on Beto for the show. At least
Beto didn't act like a complete piece of shit. Because when that freeze happened in Texas, El Paso is on a different grid. It's not on the normal Texas grid. So they didn't lose power like the rest of the state did. So thankfully, he wasn't there gloating about that bullshit or something like that. Actually was able to take a win with some class. So I'll give Beto that. But he's trying to be governor against fucking Governor Wheelchair. Are you okay losing representation like that, CJ?
Oh, Governor Wheelchair, that guy's a tool.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to replace him with a faggot. That's still a disadvantaged minority or something. Wait, is Beto gay or is he just act gay all the time?
Well, he's a faggot in the cringe sense, which is the only way I use it. So, it still applies.
Alright, so yeah, this dude still is a dick in the booty ass motherfucker, so, you know, I don't think it would matter a whole lot either way, other than, well, I gotta say that Greg Abbott has been pretty adamant about slapping down these mask mandates, and so it has made it fairly convenient that I haven't had to make sure that I've needed a mask to go somewhere, like plenty of times where I can just kind of like casually stroll around and not have to think about it, so
man, it's great now. When I went to the casino, all I had to do was tell a guy that I have a vaccine card. That's all he wanted. I told him that I said the words, I have a vaccine card, and he backed off. It's fantastic.
Nice. But I haven't even had to do any dumb bullshit like that. No one even cares anymore, at least here in Texas.
I really brought this in because I wanted to see how you felt about it, because it's gonna suck for you. It's not gonna be a joke for you because you actually live
I know. I want
in
this dude to
Texas.
just go away. He's so fucking lame, man. Yeah, he's fucking gay and shit. It's embarrassing whenever there's certain politicians that come from Texas and are cringy as fuck. Like, it happens from time to time.
But
Oh.
that's all I got on it.
But let's get to. Alright, well, we're in the middle of our show, so let's hit our voicemails. So, by all means, give us a call at 281 747 6015 and tell us who gives a shit. So let's see who we got calling us this week.
What's up, guys? It's Merlo Williams. And Adam, you're a bit of an odd duckling. You're against the Cuties movie, which is the correct opinion to have, but you're weirdly okay with kids being propagandized. Like, Black Lives Matter commercials on Nickelodeon, that's just fine. Big Bird telling kids to get the vaccine, no big deal. What the fuck? Why can't we just let kids be kids? Like, let them, they're watching Nickelodeon. They're trying to watch fucking cartoons. They don't need to be propagandized. They're trying to watch the fucking count shit and Cookie Monster eat cookies. Let's let kids be kids, for fuck's sake.
Well, look, kids got to have their first propaganda at some point, man. Like, I don't know, teach kids to be cynical about shit. I don't know. I always kind of felt that, like when I was young, that people were always feeding me a line because I kind of understood that people talk to kids differently and they would try to shelter you from stuff. So yeah, I always felt like I was getting lied to. Like, I don't understand why kids don't understand that. So, I mean, some of the blatant propaganda is pretty ridiculous, but also I believe you should have discussions with your kids about stuff that they watch. You don't have to sit there and watch everything, but get their opinion on something.
Well, what this boils down to is people that raise their kids on the TV are mad that their kids are telling them to go get a shot, which really, if you don't like what's on the TV, you can just turn the TV off. There's a power button on every one of those fucking things. Some of them can be hard to find.
What about the algorithm coming for your kids, CJ?
That's the thing. I think people are looking for shit to be mad at, which was my whole point last week. If you're mad at Big Bird, you're really grasping for straws about what to be mad at.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, I don't know. I don't have a problem. And as far as like all the young people in my family that are out there, I never talked to them like they were kids. So I've always talked to like my extended family members like they were adults, even when they were really young, and probably weren't able to have a mature conversation. But it was nice. They were able to actually understand things at a lot sooner than I thought they would because they knew I was coming at them on the level. Like, I don't know, man. Like there's a lot of shit that seems like people try to say is propaganda, but really isn't that big a deal. I mean, as a kid, for me, I was surrounded by propaganda. They had it was in the heat of like Dare and Just Say No and other dumbass shit like that. They had Saturday morning cartoons telling me to like not smoke weed. They had Muppets telling me to not smoke weed. What the fuck kind of shit is that?
Dude, I remember the time when they called us all to the gymnasium to do one of the DARE meetings. And this guy started telling a whole bunch of bullshit stories about how acid tears holes in your head and you're going to have acid PTSD if you take one hit of that shit. And man, I remember growing up with propaganda. So
dude, I remember seeing some shit like that too, where same shit happened. We all got called to the gymnasium, and then this dude starts talking about Jesus and breaking free from addiction, and starts ripping phone books in half and like bending steel pipes and shit. It was some of the most bizarre shit I'd ever seen. All right, let's see what other voicemails we got this week.
All right. I really give a shit about this. Well, you know what? Actually, here, I could spin this a better direction. Who gives a shit about being fuel efficient when you're trying to just get to your destination? So I just got myself a new job. If I ever come back on the show, I'll go more in depth on how I did that because it's a fucking miracle. Anyway, I'm still kind of learning how to get there. I'm kind of solidifying that shit. So I'm still using Google Maps to find the place. And the first day, it's taking me on some back roads, right? Taking me off the highway. Well, there it goes. I bet that's not even the right fucking road, but I'll get to that. So, it takes me like 3 miles onto some fucking back roads and then back onto the fucking highway. Why the fuck would I want to leave the highway? There wasn't any traffic. And I it's not that fuel efficient fucking transportation thing either. I turned it off today and it wanted me to do the same fucking thing. Speed limits are lower on those back roads. Why would I waste the time? I fucking bypassed it. I watched the time drop. I'm just going to say this is a fucking Google agenda. They're trying to get us to fucking be fuel efficient anyway. It doesn't matter if you turn the setting off. Apparently. I'm probably going to find out.
All right.
I bet I absolutely will find out that this still isn't the way to go where it brings me next.
I forget which razor it is.
Fucking doxed myself with that. With the fucking Google Maps, didn't I? Well, anyway, that's my fucking gripe. And who gives a shit about being fuel efficient? I just want to get to my destination. Fuck off, Google Maps. Bye-bye.
I forget which razor it is, but it's easier to explain things because of stupidity than maliciousness. Maybe Google's just retarded.
Radar?
No, Occam's one is where like the simplest explanation is usually the one to go with. I forget which one. The don't attribute to maliciousness, but can be easily explained by stupidity. I forget who came up with that one, but I use that one all the time. You're usually pretty retarded before being just outright mean about shit.
Well, I don't have that problem, but I use that Apple. Whatever the Apple thing is called. That's how I get around. So maybe it's just Google.
Yeah, I don't care about fuel efficiency at all. Shit, if you can afford it at the pump, fucking burn it, baby. It's not going to last forever. Or let's see. This is our last voicemail of the week.
What's up, dirty dog? Eric from North Dakota. I was thinking about things that I don't give a shit about. And one of the things that came up was speed limits. It's obvious that nobody gives a shit about speed limits because everybody's driving a minimum of 5 miles an hour over. The one thing that people only have their speed go that fast is because they don't want to get pulled over and harassed by the man. So just put that in your thoughts. So anyway, stay degenerate. Later.
Speed limits were created by the government to make more money for cops. That's the only
basically.
Speed
and to circumvent your Fourth Amendment rights. Sometimes they just want to search your shit. So they just if you're going too fast, they'll just pull you over.
Yeah,
and try to get up in your grill.
Speed limits are a huge conspiracy against the man.
I mean, there should be an upper limit. I don't think that every highway should be the Autobahn, but there are a lot of areas that seem like they're way too slow for how wide open the road is. And yeah, especially any resident area that has a speed limit of 20, get fucked. That is always ridiculous. There's no reason to go that slow.
Also,
have at least 30.
in the same coin, fuck speed bumps, because that's never stopped anyone from speeding, ever. The people who haul ass, they just haul ass over the speed bumps because they think it's fun. So fuck speed bumps.
Yeah, for some cars, if you go fast enough, I mean, you don't even feel it.
Yeah, fuck speed bumps, because all it does is bottom out my car, and it takes a long time to get out of my apartment because there's a speed bump, stop sign, speed bump, stop sign. Speed bumps are a fucking game, man. So I'm with you, Eric. from North Dakota.
Yeah. I wish that we could not give a shit about it, but yep, it was come up with by the tax department. They want that money, and the law's gonna fuck with you about it. So you're gonna have to give enough of a shit about it to not get in too much trouble. Well, that's often a game that the government will make you play. All right, CJ, let's get into the last issue that we got for the week. So let me give you a headline, see if you can guess the outlet. U.S. Navy launches ship named for gay rights activist Harvey Milk. Who do you think wrote that?
Is this a gay newspaper? Can I get a hint?
No, this is a mainstream outlet. One of the big ones.
Okay, I'm gonna go Fox News again.
CBS.
CBS. What is CBS? Are they left-leaning?
Yeah, they are. They're a little bit more moderate than MSM, but not much.
Oh, okay.
But they're reporting on shit that CNN is saying. So yeah, this is pretty left-leaning. Now there's kind of a problem with this. I find this pretty hilarious, really. Because Harvey Milk is a guy that got dishonorably discharged for being gay in the Navy in, like, the early 70s.
What? I thought that was a requirement for the Navy, Adam. What the hell?
Well, so he also became a senator. And he was the first openly gay official in the state of California. Whoopity fucking do. But this dude finally got honored by having a fucking naval vessel named after him. So now that gays too can kill brown people, isn't it amazing?
We can commit war crimes with rainbow-colored Agent Orange, Adam. Are you excited?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty amazing. There's a meme about this where people were wondering about Joe Biden getting elected into the White House, and then basically they're just slapping a Black Lives Matter sticker on the side of their bomber and still doing the same shit. That's basically what this is. It doesn't mean anything.
This is like when Biden needed gay points. He needed gay brownie points, so he put the gay guy in charge of trains.
This thing, though, it seems to stoke up conspiracy theorists with surgical precision, though, man.
Oh, big gay? Are they putting gay bombs in the ship? Gay torpedoes?
Oh, no, they're putting... Apparently, this dude was a pedophile Satanist.
Wow. It's weird how everyone is just a pedophile Satanist.
And it seems like that some of those accusations might hold a little bit of water, really. This one
Adam,
sounds...
You're telling me that a gay man has proclivity towards a young man? I would have never...
Yeah, that's definitely something that might have happened. And that there might have been some first-hand accounts of him being like fucking, like in his mid-30s, being with some dude that's like 16. FBI, open up! Yeah, that might have happened.
So they're naming the ship after Harvey Milkstein.
Oh, fuck.
You know what? I think it works because there's a lot of seamen on that ship, Adam. So it makes sense.
Oh, man. Well, apparently some people got, like, actually found guilty of killing this guy. He was, like, assassinated. He was a fucking senator from California for a little bit. Whatever. So... I mean... I don't give a shit about this at all. The only reason I care is because I knew just by looking at it that there were retards saying really retarded shit that was really funny. I knew I had to do a couple of clicks and dig just a little bit to find the good morsels, but I heard about this and I knew that it was just solid gold, man. And it makes me sad that I know that the internet exists like this.
Man, I'm sure Reddit has some gems for this one.
Oh, man. Yeah, they do. They always do. You know that.
Yeah, man, that's why we call it the favorite segment.
Yeah, because it never dries up, dude. But really, that's all I got to say about this freaking gay guy and having a battleship that named after him or whatever. Like, who gives a fuck? And the dude's name is Milk. What the fuck? All right, fucking gay Milk. Come find out this dude has like a cream team. If you don't know about Pat Patterson's cream team. Oh,
well,
no.
He is gay, so it's probably almond milk, Adam.
Yeah, in the Navy in San Francisco. Oh, God, he couldn't get more stereotypical. Well, anyways, what's the last story you got for us this week, CJ?
So we're going to talk about another person who's in touch with the youth, and we are going to play Guess the Headline for this one. Glycine Maxwell, after 16 months in prison, gets to do what Jeffrey Epstein didn't. Take the stand. Who do you think wrote that?
I am going to say that Fox News wrote that.
Yahoo News wrote that.
Yeah. Damn it. Like, I swear, I keep on forgetting that they exist. Fuck.
But,
Okay.
So, Kitty Wrangler, Glycine Maxwell.
Oh.
I imagine you're
Epstein's bottom bitch.
Yeah, I imagine you're familiar. Everybody is shitting their pants, and there's a lot of conspiracies, and I see the right saying that, oh my God, this is the moment, people are finally...
Get ready, everyone, where we go one, we go all.
This is what QAnon was talking about. This is our calling. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. They're going to make Maxwell seem like a victim. And damn, a pedophile! She's going to cry and say that she was coerced and forced into blackmail by Epstein to wrangle up these girls and recruit them for the cool party island.
Oh, is she going to play the patriarchy card?
She absolutely is going to play the patriarchy.
Oh, come on, man.
That's happening. I can already guess what the trial is going to be. And she's definitely going to get jail time. But there's going to be nobody's getting exposed. There's not going to be a Bill Clinton name drop. None of that is happening. It's just not happening. Because if she said it was going to happen, she'd be dead already. So it's not happening.
Yeah. Maybe man, you're right about the conspiracy charge. The fucking game theory that people are having on this thing is amazing. Like, people are using not knowing about shit to just speculate on the most wild shit. But I gotta admit, I am curious because the shit's real spooky.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I'm going to enjoy watching her play the victim card.
I mean, there is a part of me that deep down inside wants her to suddenly be like, and here is Epstein's laptop. Watch Bill Clinton get his dick sucked by, some underage girl. Boy, ha ha ha, they're all pedophiles. Like, there's a part of me that wants that to come out in court. That'd be amazing.
And
but,
if you rule against this, and if you tell her that she should name drop, you're just going to be called anti-Semitic, and you're going to silence female Jew voices, so you're already a bigot for that.
All right, I got a game for you. CJ. You get one name on from someone that has been on the Lolita Express, and she'll fucking totally drop the dime on that person and get them just ruined, but you only get one. Who would you get fucking dropped? Who would you get totally fucking canceled for being a pedophile?
Bill Gates. Hated
that. Oh, you get Gates? What?
Bill Gates.
Why Bill Gates? Come on, man.
He's a fucking evil, man. He's a Bond villain. He's trying to make water out of poop. He's fucking evil.
I'd almost want to do Kevin Spacey. Just because he played the gay card too hard and then he didn't immediately get canceled. I'm like, how did this guy fucking make it? He's been the villain in every fucking movie. People should have like canceled his ass a long time ago.
Listen, he was really good in Horrible Bosses, and he's really good as Frank Underwood. So I don't want him to go down. Bill Gates, though, definitely. Windows has sucked for a long time. And I don't like what this dude is doing with power. I don't like how he got his secret underground bunker and he's trying to figure out how we can all eat bugs and drink our own poop water.
I think that microchips inside of the vaccines are pretty cool, me, myself, personally. I would much actually rather take out Bill Clinton, man. Just to finally be like, yes, of course this dude was a pedophile. And then, he can get yeeted into prison. That would be amazing.
I can't hate on Bill Clinton either, man. He taught me that women are multi-purpose. They make great ashtrays, too.
Oh, my God.
I can't hate on him for that. And
what the fuck, dude?
He plays the saxophone. He plays the saxophone, and he's got a black kid that no one knows about. It's too cool to go to prison, really.
So, what's the best conspiracy you've seen around Ghislaine Maxwell so far?
I just saw. I should have screen capped it for you. I'm kind of hating myself that I didn't. But I saw a person theorize on the conspiracy Reddit that she's just gonna go up there with a briefcase. And inside that briefcase is going to be a list of names, and she's just going to read them off the whole time. So far, that's been my favorite conspiracy about the trial, because that is so the exact opposite of what's really going to happen. You're in such a fantasy land if you think she's just going to walk up to that stand and just fucking...
Yeah, I've heard some people say something along the lines of that she's going to try to, like, get away with it first, and if that doesn't happen, then she's going to start, like bargaining to get her sentence reduced by dropping the dime on select people, but not too many, because, it's important that, I don't know, pedophile cabal usually gets thrown in there somewhere,
Well, Jeffrey Epstein, who previously did nothing at all and isn't a bad guy in the eyes of the media. He doesn't even exist. Jeffrey Epstein is not real. Now, he's a bigot chauvinist for forcing Ghislaine Maxwell to collect young girls against her will, Adam.
I wonder if they're going to ask her if Epstein killed himself.
I hope so.
That would be fucking funny.
You know what?
God, I'd want to look at her eyes when she says, like, whatever the fuck she's going to say. If she actually, it would be smart for her to be like, of course he didn't kill himself. Because if you just be like, it just seems too suspicious. All you have to do is say it like that. You don't have to say that there's definitely some conspiracy, but just act like it's too suspicious or something like that. But I don't know. She says if she goes with, oh yeah, he totally killed himself, at least you know what it looks like when she's lying.
Yeah. And if she doesn't play ball, she's probably not even going to make it through the first night of prison. So I don't imagine that she won't. She's definitely not going to name drop everyone, no matter what happens. We might get lucky to get one, like you said, but I don't even think it's going to come to that. So,
oh, that would be fun though. If someone in the Illuminati was like, "Oh shit, you get the call. You get to take one of our pawns and get him flushed down the toilet. What stooge gets burned today?" You're like, oh,
you know what?
Oh, the wild card. I get to choose anybody.
Chris Tucker is on that list, and he doesn't really make a lot of noise these days, and he just seems like he would be an annoying guy to hang around. Like, he just talks too much on that airplane, and, you know, all the pedophiles are trying to get their much-needed sleep. And I have a feeling if they do snitch out on someone, it's going to be someone, you know, who's famous, but not really anymore, because nobody gives a shit about him. So they might throw Chris Tucker under the bus.
No, not Chris Tucker. That sucks.
Maybe not.
What if I want what if I want Jackie Chan and him to come back in a fun reboot, man?
Man, that would be funny.
I want Rush Hour 4.
Well, the final Rush Hour, they'll finally get some eyes for Jackie so he can see. They gotta steal it from
Jackie Chan is like, have you been going to Pedophile Island? He's like, you're not coming back to Rush Hour 5, and then like shoots him and kicks him off a blimp or something. I don't know.
But yeah. It's gonna be hilarious, really, to watch her play the victim card. And she's not totally gonna get away with it, but for being the most notorious kitty wrangler of all time, she's definitely gonna get a slap on the wrist.
Oh, for what she did? Absolutely. Well, it's getting towards the end of the episode. Let's get into our favorite segment, which is To Catch a Redditor. So this one is about the Republican weed bill.
From r/weedstocks, noob stock investor writes, so in other words, moon? Valen Tom, Anchorage Canopy, writes, co-sponsors will be very telling for the overall Republican appetite for a bill like this. Will be an important detail to look out for. Good point. Maple Beverglow writes, huge, hooray to the moon.
So this is barely any news, and there's already people that are like speculating a little bit too hard. I do think that that's kind of fun to see that, like meme stock weed bros are like, is it going to go to the moon, bro?
I wouldn't expect it from anyone else. That's why we love you, Reddit.
Let's see what they got to say about this Harvey Milk guy.
From r/LGBT, the Blue Wizard writes, Harvey Milk died in 1978. Woodstock Summer of Love was 1969. This is a very different time. You can't judge it by the sensibilities of today.
Oh, that's
Nihilicious writes, his biographer, not a right-wing nut, records him as having multiple flings with guys in their late teens and early 20s. And in one significant case, he was in a relationship with a 16-year-old when he was 33. That's not pedophilia, and there's a lot of context to it. It's not fair to call him a sex criminal. That's a crazy right-wing spin.
That doesn't sound good, man.
Bruh.
Holy shit.
You know what? I disagree, except for when it comes to Woody Allen. Then I agree with you.
Oh, man. All right. Let's see what they got to say about the Ghislaine Maxwell chick.
From r/news, Wise Old Fox writes, the prison experience a bummer, huh? How much ink has been expended on any other inmate at this facility? Rich are all for law and order until it's them. Sad. Convergence Have writes, of course that fucking monster wears her mask under her nose, bitch. Dupec 1986 writes, Trump, I wish her well. Black 13 responds, did he seriously say that? Dirk Diggler Chirac further responds, yes, there were so many insane and terrible things said that it seems like we can't even keep track of them all.
Man, of course they got to randomly run off into fucking Donald Trump talking about this bitch.
Man, that's the one I don't understand, because he was basically saying, oh, she's been had. I wish her well. I hope she's not butt raped in prison every single day. That's all that was.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he had met her before or something. It's funny to hear Donald Trump talk about fucking Epstein. They're like, he likes him young, a little too young.
Jeffrey, he's a good guy. He just likes him young.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. So, I don't know, man. I gotta run to Donald Trump. That's fucking stupid. Okay, so here, let's see what they got to say about Beto.
From r/Beto O'Rourke. Creating Joy writes, already donated. I'm very excited to see he's running. We definitely need to expand representation, and that includes more points of view and more types of people in this state. Krista Karayan writes, already donated. Happy to see this subreddit active again. Go, Beto, go. Beto O'Rourke writes, Americans will comply with the law. It will be a mandatory buyback of AR-15 and AK-47s, weapons designed for war. Because we understand there's no reason for any of us to own a weapon that was designed to kill people on a battlefield, especially when that kind of weapon is so often used to kill and terrorize people throughout this country. In their schools, in their grocery stores, in their churches and their synagogues, at concerts, everywhere. I've met countless AR and AK owners who say they don't need it to hunt. They don't need it for self-defense. It's fun to shoot, but they'd give it up. Because they also have kids and grandkids and want them to be safe. Man. Note, this was downvoted 13,133 times. One more if I was there.
Man, first off, I want to know what cool synagogue this bitch is going to that she just see the fucking rabbi with the AK-47.
They're in El Paso, man, the Mexican synagogue. They need to make sure that it's AK-47 and AR-15 proof.
And secondly, this guy has a subreddit dedicated to him, so he already lost the election. It's already over.
And these fucking simps going like, already donated. This is so amazing, guys. Look, Beto is back, y'all.
Third, we need more representation in Texas. Yeah, I'm sure there's not a lot of milquetoast white guys in Texas. I'm sure that
now milquetoast white guys that can gaslight white women into thinking they're actually like Mexican or something. That's a little harder to find, but that's effectively what this dude is.
Oh shit, man.
What? I mean, he is. Fuck him. Shit. All right, man. So, you got anything you want to plug this week, dude?
Nothing this week.
Well, be sure to check out richdickman.com to check out all the stuff that our audio editor does, Rim, at the Rich Dickman Show. You know, he kind of got onto my case for not plugging a show more often. Very passive-aggressive guy. I love this dude. And also be sure to check out Not for Human Consumption. It's a great podcast. Also, check out the Iceberg Slim episode I did with Roast Mortem Cast. That was a fun thing to be doing.
You know what? To keep Ram happy, since I didn't use my plug, I'll second the Rich Dickman Show. Go listen to that show. It's a good show, and Rem is a great producer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're going on a show soon, aren't you? Like, next week or something?
Yeah. I believe late November is the 20... Actually, I do have a date. I don't know when the show's going to come out, but the 24th of November, I'm supposed to go on a show.
Okay, yeah, we're supposed to be having either Cody or Randy on our show. We're still trying to figure that out. Oh, well. Whatever, we'll get with them later. So, but that's all I got for y'all this week.
Stay horny, everybody.